my fabulous friends, it is Jess here from the Scrappy Sisters, and thank you for joining me for a Confessions of a Paper Addict design team layout. So for this layout, I have gone ahead and stitched the super cute star grid background, and you can see I've done a variety of stitching. I've just stitched on some sequins, I've done some chain stitching, I've done some standard backstitch, and I've also done some French knots. So I'm going to pull this up nice and close so you can see it. And I also went ahead and put some colour behind. Now, I didn't have anything superheroes in my stash at all. So I actually used, you can see it's a bit shiny. It's actually contact, like normal booked contact, what you might put around your school books or something to protect them. So it's a little bit plasticky, I guess you would say. I just bought it from Kmart for like $1. And yeah, I used that to back the stars with. I actually stuck it directly on top of the stars that were cut out, and then I sticky taped the stars back in place. That's why there is so much sticky tape on the back of my layout. And now I'm just going to put it all on a big white sheet of paper. So it is a full 12 by 12 now, with a little white border all the way around. And I'm super thrilled with how this looks. In fact, I don't want to cover up all of the beautiful stitching, but I am going to. Now, for any diehard superhero fans out there, I do apologize that the book contact I'm using is Marvel, and both my boys are dressed up as DC, Superman and Wolverine. So not my fault. I could not find anything. All I could find was Marvel, so I'm just going with it. My family and I, at this stage, with the boys so young, don't have any clue of the difference between Marvel and DC, but I know that there'll be some people out there watching this going, what is she doing? Why is she putting Marvel and DC on together? So that is why you're just going to have to forgive me and let me roll with it. So I am keeping this layout super simple because I feel like the contact paper is so interesting and all the stitching is so interesting. And then 3 photos as well. It really does not need much. If you're wondering about that grey sheet of background paper, it is a really, really, really old piece of paper from Kaiser Craft that... It was something, I can't remember what the collection was called, but it had lots of pipes and cogs and things like that, and rusty and all of that. So I used a bunch of different stash for this. Quite a bit of the ephemera is Cocoa Vanilla Studios, but a few bits and pieces are also Echo Park. So there's a little bit of everything. That Awesome and Brothers and that Blue Superheroes, that's all Cocoa Vanilla. But then the actual little superhero figurine thingy, cartoon guy, he is Echo Park. So yeah, there's a whole variety of different collections that I've thrown together to create this one. I really just dug through my stash to try and find anything that was remotely superhero based, because I'm basically out. I need to buy a few more specific supplies that target this kind of stuff. But you know what? I go and buy it, and then my boys won't ever dress up ever again for me to take a photo. It is so the way, isn't it? You know, your kids are crazy about fire trucks or firefighting, so you go and get a whole bunch of firemen supplies for your scrapbooking, and then next thing you know, they want to be builders, and you don't have any builder supplies. So it is forever playing catch up if you try and do that. So I'm just working with what I've got in my stash and using my stash. And I'm really, really happy with the way this came together. So obviously my title is just going to be Awesome Brothers. And the photos themselves, it is Superhero Week at daycare and kinder. So they got to dress up every single day of the week in a superhero costume, and they loved it. I think it was like the highlight of their year, being able to go to school in their superhero outfit, because normally they have to wear normal clothes. You're not allowed to wear dress-ups to school or kinder or daycare or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, very, very lucky. And as I said, I kept this one super simple, so I'm basically done. Just 3 little clusters, including the title, so not even really clusters. Just really wanted to keep this one all about the stitching and all about the busyness of the papers and the photos that's going on there. I grabbed these little pebbles. They're from Happy Cake Day collection, I believe. So I grabbed these little pebbles. They're kind of like puffy dots, just because I really liked the colours, and I mixed and matched those to get some different colours onto the page, just again around the clusters and around the title. and she is pretty much finished. I hope you have enjoyed watching along with this process video and checking out the way I have created this one. I really love the versatility in this cut file. You can make it as busy or as simple as you like. Obviously, I went for a little bit of a busier look with it, but you really don't have to go too crazy with all the stitching the way that I have done. But I loved it. I hope you've enjoyed watching it as well, and I cannot wait to see you all next time. Bye, everyone. Have a really happy, scrappy week.